Hello there again, Hamish here. I'd like to talk about something that I think is a really good idea for the minor pentatonic scale, and that's the concept of harmonizing it. A lot of jazz guitar players, or jazz players in general, are well aware of this. Keyboard players have been doing this for decades. I think there's something in it for rock guitar players and also blues guitar players, but just going through it, it's a really simple idea, but it's very effective. Here's your A minor pentatonic scale. So what we're going to do, I'll just zoom in a bit here. The trick is to take perhaps 3 notes on 3 consecutive strings within the shape of the scale. So you know this pattern here. It's if you're A minor pentatonic, just the top 3 strings. What we're going to do is isolate that note. So it's fret 5 G string, fret 5 B string, fret 5 top E string. No surprises, that's just an A minor triad, that one. Okay, but if we go up to the next bunch of notes up the scale, we think fret 8 on the top E string, 8 on the B string, and fret 7 on the G string. We have a really nice sounding sort of sound there. If we hit it over an A, I'm playing an A bass like this, you can hear it in context over an A sort of tonality. That could be perceived as being an A minor 11 or an A minor 7 with an 11th. So if you move that up 2 frets, that whole shape, so you're going up to fret, and by the way, I'm using my first finger and my third finger to bar across. You could use an individual finger for each individual string there, but I just find personally it's easy to just go 1 like that, 1, 3, 3. So I think first finger fret 7, third finger over fret 8 and fret 8 on the B and top E strings respectively. Okay, so we move that up 2 frets again, we're up on fret, the pattern is exactly the same. And we're on fret 9, fret 10, fret 10. So we have there, fret 5, fret 5, fret 5, fret 7, fret 8, fret 8, fret 9, fret 10, fret 10. Now the next pattern up, it's going to look pretty familiar. It's actually going to look like a D shape that you know from your open position D chord. So up here in fret 12, fret 13 and fret 12 again. So if I put that in context with an A bass, okay, so the last shape that we're going to play is the same as the second and third shape. So if you can remember that kind of configuration there, it's fret 14, fret 15, fret 15 with the first finger and the third finger. Then we've come full circle back onto fret 17 and we've played a complete harmonized version of the A minor pentatonic scale. And we're only using really 3 different shapes. Shape 1, shape 2, shape 2 again, same pattern, shape 3, shape 2, back to shape 1 again. While all these shapes are well and truly chords within their own right, that could be a A minor there, and it's probably the best thing to describe that. There's an ambiguity about some of these other patterns. That could be a G sus4, it could also be a C sus2, that could be a sus4, it could be a D sus2. That's well and truly like a C shape, but then again, if you're playing it with an A bass, it morphs into an A minor 7. I think it's best not to even think like that. The beauty of these sorts of shapes is that you can see them as just expressions of a single A minor chord or A minor 7 chord. So they give you colorations. With that in mind, what I'm going to do is just stick on a drum machine with an A pedal. I'm just going to be belting out that, and I'm just going to goof around with these shapes. Something else that's really nice, I think, about this is the idea that you can play like a blues scale. So for those of you who know what a blues scale is, and I'm sure that's probably most of you if you're watching this one. So it's a 6-note scale as opposed to a 5-note scale. But what we can do, we can kind of imply the blues scale by taking the third chord that we had there, A A minor, that other sort of shape, 1, 3, 3, up 2 frets. You can take that up a semitone there. And you're getting so that kind of idea, you can be more expressive, because like I was saying, they're all just shades of A minor. I think that's the best, most elegant way to think about it. You're not having a mental hernia there trying to figure out what the actual chord is that you're superimposing over an A minor sound. It's just think A minor for all of them. Okay, here we go. Get it? So here we go. So if you go to the link that I've got for this lesson, you'll see some patterns that I've got written out. The first one will be that, written out on a fretboard diagram. I've got a few other ideas too, just following the same principle, just running up the scale, taking a different kind of pattern, a different kind of configuration, and just running lengthwise along the neck to create these other sorts of shapes. Also, I've got a blank neck page of the A minor pentatonic scale, so it's just a matter of filling in the dots. So here we go. Here's another one that I would have had written out. This is quite nice too, I think. So first finger there on fret 5, pinky on fret 8, so minor pentatonic well and truly. Now the third finger is going to go onto fret 7. So we've got third finger fret 7, G string, pinky, fret 8, B string, first finger, top E string. Nice suspended kind of sound. You can move it up to the next notes of the A minor pentatonic scale. We've got literally an A minor chord, so that's so next shape up is A minor, so it's fret 9, beg your pardon, on the G string, fret 10 on the B string, fret 8 on the top E string. Then we go up to the next shape and it will look exactly the same as the first shape. So third finger fret 12, G string, pinky fret 13, B string, first finger fret 10, top E string. So you have get your blues scale in there again. So here it is, that song again, reharmonized. Obviously you wouldn't play it like that, but just goofing around there. Here we go, so we got that. Now the next one up is exactly the same pattern. So 12, 13, 10, move it up 2 frets, so we're on 14, 15 and 12 respectively. So you have it again. So it's a very nice and atmospheric, and it's all over A minor. So you don't wait for these chords to be written out in a chord chart. You actually look at and seize the moment where you can actually put them in there. We've got a bit of space there. It's a song and there's a certain vibe about it, and you think you can colour it like that. Great, go for it, just use them. Okay, the next one up is going to go like a little bit different. It's going to go 17 fret on the G string, fret 17 on the B string, and fret 15 on the top E string. So that's just a standard C chord. You might have noticed with the other patterns that we're using, we had a A minor there for the first shape and a C there. A minor and C, they're linked together. They're really part of the same thing. So again, with this new way that we harmonise the scale, moving up like this, we actually found ourselves playing A minor, and here's C up the top here. So you could play it down here too, just before we get to that, what we had as the first chord. So we're on fret number 5, fret number 5, fret number 3. Just keep one is working over an A sound, so that's effectively an A minor 7. Move up to the next one. As mentioned, these are written out. I think that's example number 2. So I've written down example number 1 and example number 2 in the printout there, if you go to the link. And for me, I think they're really useful sorts of sounds, very practical. But you can go nuts, you can figure out a whole bunch of different options there.